Yeah, we're getting this game started now. We're playing Mega Man Zero. We're continuing it.
Yeah, I'm here to try to save the Resistance Force, CL, and all the Reploids here trying to escape all the persecution by Neo Arcadia.
It's rolled.
So anyway, folks, we're continuing more of Mega Man 01.
Looks like they're having a problem there at the base, and they're going to have to make their way through. I think this is where I fight. I can't remember the guy's name.
That's
He's the dude that shoots fire from his arms. He's one of the guardians of Neo Arcadia.
That's where a fart.
He's kind of the fiery counterpart to Harpuia that you saw in the previous video.
Andrew's been trying to do the Hank Hill impression all day.
Yeah,
basically.
it's not going to work though.
What about the constantly breathing mechanical camel there?
Yeah, fake mechanical camel.
Yes, try saying it really fast.
Fake mechanical camel.
Fake mechanical camel.
Anyway, you think it smokes camel cigarettes?
Yeah, I went to the... Wait, yeah, I try to smoke at least a pack a day. Makes me look manlier. It's a good way to lose weight because it suppresses my appetite.
I knew a guy who did that. He started smoking to lose weight, which I've never heard anyone do, and it makes no sense.
Yeah. So I've been trying out Teardown for the first time earlier this week, and I've already gotten I think probably over 20 hours in it.
This is one where when you go back, it's like an invisible wall that keeps you from turning back.
Yeah.
Which, they didn't really do this kind of stuff in Mega Man Zero after this
you know, whenever it's funny, when we first played Super Mario Bros, it was on the Game Boy Color, it was Super Mario Bros Deluxe, and
yeah, it was a pretty fun game.
Yeah, and it is one of those where if you grow up with it, the screen crunch doesn't really bother you.
Yeah.
If you grow up with it,
Wait, there's
you're
screen
learning.
crunch?
Well, I mean, if you look at the Mario Bros. Deluxe and, the original one, they zoomed in the screen. People who, didn't grow up with it or who are kind of, very particular about how they play games, they don't like it. But,
I like the effect on the sand. Oh, my eye! Ah! Scratch my eye. Ow! Prick.
Ow, So...
Yeah, Fefner is his name.
Fefnerd. So...
Oh! Yeah, so, you, damage him with lightning.
With what? With lightning. But yeah,
Yeah, if you do it right, you just keep charge shotting him.
Yeah. But what I realize is that because the screen is zoomed in for Mario Bros Deluxe.
Yeah, I'm gonna die here.
There's always easier mode, but Andrew refuses to be a rational human being, listening person.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time because I keep having to close my eye. It hurts.
Excuses. But what I realize is that cause see, I noticed in Mario Bros Deluxe, I was hey, you can go back a little bit, and the screen will scroll a little bit. You can't go that far, but you can still go back a little bit. But in the original one, you couldn't do that. Well, obviously it took my brain a couple of decades to realize, oh, it's because the screen is zoomed in on the Game Boy Color version on Deluxe. So it looks like you can go back a little bit, but really it's just because it's zoomed in. You don't notice, in the original, you just see that you can't go back. And that's what I call a cyber elf.
Yeah, it's a cyber elf. Yeah, that's a cyber elf. You can go here and try to get it to make your power stronger.
I get your power.
It's up here.
Trance armors.
Let's see if I can upgrade any of my elves yet and try to.
Yeah, try to be stronger.
You see, that can keep you from dying from spikes, but this one makes your defense stronger. I don't remember what the elf is that's supposed to double your HP.
Huh.
Will you Google that for me while I'm working here? While I'm working here!
While you're working here, get a cup of coffee.
Can I get a cup of coffee?
Okay, can I get a cup of coffee?
Can I get a cup of coffee?
Where's this
Should
place?
double your health, you say?
Yeah, Mega Man 01, double HP.
Let's see. Also, cyber elves the health extended.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's this over here. If you go back to the lab, even though the thing's destroyed,
Yeah.
you can try to find your way into this room. It takes some work, but you can cheese your way up the wall,
Back to the lab again.
basically.
Let's see.
I've done this before, it's just hard to do. Dang it. You gotta get it just right.
Huh.
It's annoying.
I didn't really get a straight answer on where to.
Okay, just have a Mega Man 01, double HP elf. Or elf guide. That would work. Shoot. I've done this before, it's just can't remember to do it just right. I mean, you gotta like, because you get like a split second on the wall.
See, nurse elf?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be one that doubles your HP. Come on. Frick.
List of cyber elves. The nurse ones that double your. Let's see. Increase. Let's see, there's vanity. There's or vitality.
Here. It's called Vitality.
Well,
You see, I double your
decided-
Vitality.
I decided that it was vitality.
Item box in the factory in the large area with the in the area of the large pit. So I guess I'm not there yet.
I guess you're not there yet.
It's a little bit annoying though. Getting this thing is a huge pain.
It's a huge pain.
It's just like, yeah. See,
Yeah.
how like I barely tap it.
Yeah.
What accessories do I sell for a living? Tractors?
Do I have the one that helps you slide down walls?
Not done.
Yeah, him.
Walls.
Let's find out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go back to the
Yeah, I'm gonna
lab.
have to get the one that helps me with fighting, going down walls.
Walls, it's rotted. Master Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing in the nurse's office?
I threw up.
But not through up, through.
Yeah, threw up.
Yeah, that elf basically lets you slide down walls slower.
Yeah. I went for another trial. I was just watching this video.
this before.
He was playing with it and stuff, and it like went above the machine and kind of went back and it'd be hard to get to. Anyway.
Dadgummit, I've gotten that before. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, I don't really understand what I'm messing up at. Like I said, I really wasn't as big a fan of this one as I was the later Mega Man Zero games.
If this was right.
Yeah, this one's rotted.
You have to leave a 2-inch thing between the posts for those termites.
Sylvester, he's just
I know.
Sylvester's like stretched out with his leg out.
Okay, this one is going to be the huge pain. No, not this battle. He's excellent, too hard to kill. This is like the one of the 4 Guardians that just dies. All the others survive, but this one dies.
Yeah, this one doesn't live.
Yeah, this one doesn't live. This one doesn't live too long.
It's crazy. If you have the attack pattern of the bosses in the first Mega Man Zero, they're really not that hard.
You mean this one?
Yeah. Well, I
You
mean,
kinda-
I'm trying to contrast it to all the others.
Yeah, so you kind of say yeah, we're moved on from that one. But
Yeah, we're moving on from that one. My name's Hank Hill.
Hank Hill.
Yeah, his bombs are supposed to blow up in the factory. Yeah, I know that quiet explosion.
Yeah. Wait, did he actually die, or did I can't
Oh, he's
remember.
dead. Yeah, he comes back as Data for a little bit in the third one if you do the Cyber World option in the right world. He's like a hidden boss.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
So he isn't dead.
Well, in that body, yes.
Okay, that was cheap right there.
Aaron.
My hands are still in
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth mode, which I just finished last night.
Final Fantasy Reverb.
So yeah, there are some bombs. This part's the hard part because they're a little hard to get to all of them, and as long as the problem. Remember how I talked about last time, like the little messages showing up?
No.
You know,
Oh yeah, or you have to get all the bombs and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, this one's annoying.
Yeah, this one's kind of hard.
Kind of hard, annoying, and just downright should be given the death penalty.
Well, now let's talk about this like sensible men.
Or like in Oni Plays where it was like, yeah, let's see. Yeah, I dated a girl. I went out with a girl one time that did a Pikachu impression, so I threw a toaster in her bathtub.
The heck? See what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're you can barely see them when you're down there.
I remember this mission. It was terrible.
You sit on the refund of the boss. Oh, okay, spoilers, cool.
Well, didn't we decide to cut this part out while we're?
But Daniel, this is a successful one, hopefully. That's what I was saying.
The game's been out for like almost 20 years. I mean, this collection's been out for almost 4 years, or well, over 4 years now.
Alright. quick. Let me get that bomb. Oh wait, dang it! I was gonna try to go get that elf.
Oh well. Well, you got a D because for delightful.
I didn't like that level at all.
So did you like that level?
That level sucked.
So how would you scale it? Well, see, the thing sucks. It's terrible. 10 out of 10.
No, I hate that level.
Oh, I was gonna, or I could do like the old Toonami review stuff where it's like, this game has a lot of problems. It's not really all that good. 5 out of 5. Or like 4 out of 5. Like games that it says like aren't that good, and it's like Tom would give it like a higher rating, and then games that he says is actually pretty. He's also only giving compliments, and he's like 3 out of 5, or
So right here. Wait, I'll unlock it. Okay, it's open. What's the point in that? Like, it's not like I can influence it. If I could influence, I'd understand putting it there.
Maybe they had.
Okay, see, there's the doubling one.
Well,
But that's probably going to take way too long to actually do, because this is... Oh, dang.
Ouchers.
Owie!
Yeah.
I don't know what they're saying, but in my mind, it's Mishan.
Mission. Jinjo.
Jinjo.
Hey! Have you ever beaten the first Banjo-Kazooie?
No, I've made it as far as, like, the shark dude. You know, there's a guy chomp.
That early?
Yeah. Like the, whichever, like Lockjaw or something?
Yeah, or something like that, yeah.
And then I just kind of stopped.
I mean, like, Banjo-Kazooie is like a really great platformer. It does still have some of those collectathon problems.
Such as...
Well, like, when you're trying to find all the little collectibles, as in the musical notes and all that. Like, I mean, it's definitely better to play it on Xbox than on
N64.
Than on N64. I mean, best version would be the Switch, playing on Switch, but unfortunately you have to get the online subscription for it. But like Banjo-Kazooie,
which Angry Video Game Nerd video is it where he goes something? I hate this game.
I can't remember. But yeah, on Banjo-Kazooie, N64 version, like, not only does it have the collectathon problem of like having to find all the little collectibles, which are the musical notes, but the another problem is, or on the N64 version, it you have to collect them all again if you die once in the level. Like, in that level, you have to collect them all again.
I forgot about that.
Which is why that's the only okay. So that's the only hurdle I have for the N64 version.
Oh wait, was it changed in later versions?
Well, like on the Xbox, they changed it to where you don't have to do it, like you don't have to get them all in one shot without dying. You can still die and still counts you as collecting them. But the problem is you still have to like go out and find them. You have to go out and find everything. Now, I do think overall, Banjo-Kazooie has near perfectly sized levels for the type of game that it is, because that game is like I feel like it was the near perfect scale, whereas Banjo-Tooie was like, it felt like it was bigger just to say we're bigger. It also had a slight Metroidvania thing to it. And those have to be in very specific ways for I find them, more entertaining. But Banjo-Tooie has its problems. Not a bad game.
Not a bad game.
Not a bad game.
Oh, dang it.
And of course, people are like, what the... Whenever I say that Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts I think is better than Banjo-Tooie, even though Banjo-Tooie is a better Banjo game. But you know, again, people usually calm down whenever I tell them that the original Banjo-Kazooie is my favorite out of the series. Wait, where are you going again?
Somewhere to bang my head against the wall because these last 2 levels frustrate me.
These frustrating suck. Frustrating.
I don't know why I do these so much better playing on my own.
Is it because of all the people watching? Not a lot of people watching?
I'm telling you, this channel needs a social media presence, and it'll grow.
I mean, I'm not trying. To me, it's just kind of like, if people want to watch, that's cool. If people want to subscribe, but I'm not going to make a...
You need to try to make millions and buy your first home by the time you're 19.
Dollars, and I could just...
And buy your first home by the time you're 19.
Yeah, I kind of gave up on trying to... I kind of gave up on, like... Not giving up on YouTube, but, like, gave up on trying to, like, grow an audience by, like, just trying to get it all out there. I'm just like, if it happens, it happens. I've also seen too many stories of people making YouTube, or like when they rely on YouTube as their career and stuff. It's just like, and then whenever something changes, they have to like change how they do things, and it might depend on who you are if you get to do certain things, and it's just like, okay,
how does that even happen?
Don't worry about playtesting, folks, whenever we're making this game.
The next one's made so much better. I think part of it is also how I'm having to hold this controller. Well, you need a longer USB-C cable.
Well, that's the one that came with that controller.
Yeah, but I'm saying you need a better USB-C cable. Your phone charger would charge this too.
Well, I know. But it's also not that much longer than that. It might be shorter too.
Why do people make cables so short by default?
I don't know, money. Money as in they save money by doing that. Never mind.
It's her 91st birthday.
91. You ever look at those
Okay, that's just that makes me mad. I had all those energy crystals come out, but they all came out on the spikes, so I couldn't get them.
That's what we call a colossal Richard move.
And now that I'm not over the spikes, they're not dropping them anymore. They're dropping the little crystals.
Yeah. Well, of course, that's how it is. Yeah, these enemies are rotted now. It's funny, like, I've beaten Mega Man 0, 2, and all that. I've beaten all of them by now, but like...
Did I just, like, kind of float out of there?
It seemed like it. But I never really, hardly ever mess around with the elves. Like, I just kind of got through, even in the original versions, without the, well, in the original version of, like... Okay, the DS version and the GBA version of 2, I got through the games without messing around with the elves. Like, I didn't even bother with the elves because I didn't like...
Ooh, life.
I didn't feel like doing a lot of, like, playing, like, messing around with stuff like that. That's one thing about... this is not an RPG, but, like, that's the thing about... One thing about RPGs is, like, yeah, you're gonna have to set up this certain thing, otherwise you're doing it wrong, or you set up this certain thing, but you can't equip all these, but you also can't. You also need to equip them, but you need to equip the right ones, and it's like, why do that? When I play games, I try to relax. I try to shut my mind off. It depends on what I'm playing. Like if I'm playing like Portal or something, then certain puzzle games, I'm like, okay, that But like, I like to play games to relax, and when I've been playing Teardown, I like doing the sandbox mode. I just like to destroy a bunch of the buildings on there. And I swear, I thought that's what the game was gonna be. I thought the game was gonna be tear down building. Like, I knew it had a story mode, but I thought it was gonna be like tear down buildings, get money, blah blah blah. The story mode turns into a whole like, not that at all. Like, I mean, the way you progress through the game is you have to kind of figure out your strategy of like breaking things and going through things and getting stuff. The problem is, whenever you start something, which is a lot of the missions, and they're all like spread out, like all these. Say you have to do something, but it'll set off an alarm, and it'll give you a countdown timer of like 1 minute. And if you're not within that 1 minute, if you fail, you have to start all over basically. You can have quick saves, but like, and they kind of encourage it, but you have to kind of like set up certain things.
I don't know why there are so many elves in this stage.
I mean, it's probably Santa's workshop, so. Ah ha 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 ha.
That video is so funny.
So, but anyway, yeah, Teardown, it's a fun game for the sandbox mostly. I'm not saying the story mode can't be fun, but you do have to do a story mode if you want some of the good, like, gadgets and gizmos and weapons and such. But like, I thought it was going to be more of a, about tearing stuff down, not, tearing stuff around, but...
In town.
Yes, but like, it's all spread out, and it made me wonder, because I feel like even with mods, which are essentially cheats for me, I thought it, even with mods, it made it a little harder. So I'm just wondering, like, how are people supposed to do these missions without mods? And I read where mods won't prevent you from getting trophies, but they didn't specify that, like, they only meant, like, certain trophies you wouldn't be prevented. Because I didn't get a trophy I was supposed to get, even though I got to a certain part of the game where you would normally get it. Anyway, unless it said complete part 2. I got to part 2, unless it said complete part 2, I didn't get a, I didn't get a trophy for what I was supposed to get a trophy for.
Ah, this whore.
Well, let's see, what was it, the first Mega Man enemy to have to be like a girl or whatever? Robot Master.
Her?
Would it be her, or would it be... Like, I'm wondering... I mean, I know there's been female villains in like Mega Man Legends and stuff, but...
I really can't remember.
Huh.
Alright, she's weak to fire.
To far. I'm wondering when we're gonna play, or are you gonna play on here the Mega Man Leggings?
Legends?
Yeah.
I could.
I mean, at some point, not like we don't have to do it anytime soon.
I suppose I could.
I know we've talked about it before, and you said it's kind of a game that just kind of takes a commitment or whatever.
It will take a lot of commitment because there's some grinding you need to do to get enough crystals to buy more things. Why didn't you turn to me? Are you showing me mercy? How rude. I told you not to hold anything back. Next time we meet, you had better give me your best.
Alright, let's see. Good work, 0. So after Andrew saves it, we're going to take a slight break.
Or what, did we get a text saying the food's ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing he remembered to send us a text message.
Let's see here. Uh-oh. Of course, all the Mega Mans! It didn't really connect with me that, like, those enemies look like Mega Man.
Children and elderly people, which I thought they were robots. Like, yeah, they're basically like split ways because, you know, she's got to go evacuate everybody and he's going to stop whatever's going on.
She's eating for two, so she's got to, like...
What the heck? Yeah, she's like... How old is she? Like 19?
Isn't she an adult, though?
Maybe she is by this point.
Oh,
You have to look it up. Yeah, so she created Neo Arcadia, and she's the one who made MOPGX.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Is she the villain?
Yeah, she made a copy of X, and he kind of went evil.
Let's see here. She is...
We can stop it here.
So I looked up the age of CL, and yeah, she's like 14 in this game.
So Daniel will be turning himself into the police here very soon.
I mean, not if they don't know that, like...
What?
Not if they don't know.
Okay, I have
that,
a crazy revolutionary idea.
What?
Turn off the lamp in this room.
The
Like
lamp?
the overhead light.
Yeah.
I said now, slave. Oh yeah, that's right. In this level, you don't have to like open up any doors. Everybody's kind of out in the wild. You just gotta wipe people out and rescue them. Or wipe out bad guys and rescue the people. Which there's actually a, if I remember correctly, there's a boss here soon.
Yeah, I gotta go back and rescue a few people.
You gotta go back and rescue them.
You gotta rescue them. Just remember, it's not Hawaii, it's Hawaii. So do I have enough crystals? Okay, I got enough for some kind of bonus.
Of course. Joe.
Yeah, servo.
I'm trying to think and reading messages at the same time is hard to concentrate.
Doop ba doop boop 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 boop.
It's hard to argue with that.
Just casually jumping my way up, as one does.
Let's see here.
Yeah, you have to fight someone in the energy room, I believe. No, not the energy room. Oh yeah, it is this one. Yeah, this guy works for Phantom. He's like that little monkey with a pole type of deal.
Yeah. Well,
Which with him being fire, you just use electricity on him. Which honestly doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, ice.
But fire melts ice. Yeah, some games fire is against ice, and some games fire melts some games fire melts ice, and some games
I'm about to die.
in some games fire is or ice is strong against fire. It just depends.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of like the breakdown they had in Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
It's one of the few where water is a spell. You have like water, fire, electricity, and oh gosh, what is that? I don't know what the other one is.
So,
Oh yeah, I forgot you get an elf out of this battle.
yeah.
Zach Favali plays Would Kiss Your Girl Miyamoto.
You see, it's weird. You can either die from the bosses, or wipe them out in 2 seconds. Not much of an in between.
What if it like did that and it took you away from like the elf and it was like touching you right there? It's like, you didn't get me.
Oh, just like that one in the level with the elephant.
Oh yeah. Huh?
I'm here to Deus Ex Machina.
Nani?
Yeah, that's X.
He looks a little.
That's X's spirit.
He looks a little different. Did he lose weight? Ah.
Okay, let's see what I want to get ability-wise.
What do you want to get ability?
Because I'm not gonna lie, if I can double, I really probably want to double my HP.
Your HP.
My HP. Okay, so she first takes. Oh, she.
You know what's funny is
I
that
feel like
like
she may take more than that.
you know what's funny is that
Let
like
me see.
whenever Kid Icarus like says like what when he like when he's talking about he was talking about one of the Resident Evil games and he was talking about herbs
Yeah.
and how
Herbs.
and then how in America how we pronounce it herbs.
Yeah.
Even though he was saying he made a joke and I mean like as he does a lot because his own country is in shambles and he has to bully America to make himself feel better. But he's like by the way why do you Americans consider herbs? Do you live in an house or something like that? Not a funny joke, but like
An house.
we're talking about the same type of area, or maybe not in the exact same place where Kid Icarus is. But like we're a place where people will say like "Halo," you know, something like
Halo free.
You know, it's just like
YouTube.
YouTube, and it's just like, you know,
Yeah,
don't throw stones. He who has a glass house shouldn't throw stones. You know.
Okay. Yeah, it would take 3,000 points to get the one that doubles my HP, and I could spend that much time. I'm not gonna do that on a video.
Yeah.
Which honestly, if I play my cards right, I can beat Copy X like that.
Yeah. So how much longer do you think of the game? I
Ideally-
can't remember.
I should be heading to the last level.
To the last one.
I should have had a level.
The last one.
The last one.
Yeah, it's rotted.
Yeah, I'm here to
look,
start
yeah.
a mission to go fight Copy X.
It's just rotted.
Yeah, it's rotted.
They just start using that as a say that for like the end of everything, just because Mike Judge was like.
What if you don't like something? You say it's rotted.
Well, just in general, like even if you like something, you just say it's rotted.
Yeah, I really like this new. I really like this new game right here. It's pretty cool. It's rotted.
I don't know. We're saying that just because like there's like an interview with Mike Judge on a podcast, and it was like he's talking about the inspiration for Hank and like the voice and stuff. And so he starts imitating the guy he was talking about, and he's using the Hank voice. And at one point, he's talking about the guy apparently said something about the guy said something about the fence that he had after like a big storm, saying like it was rotted. He was saying that like the Hank Hill voice. Yes.
How do you? I felt like I fell faster than usual there for a second.
Well,
Did you notice how fast I just fell?
all the
That's
other,
kind of phew.
all the other kids with the pumped up kicks, you better fall,
Faster than gravity.
Yes. Or as he says, he's like,
All the other kicks with the pumped up kids better run, better run.
outrun my gun. He kind of has like a voice like that.
Outrun my gun.
But he was like, outrun my gun. Or something like
We
that.
are. Youth of the nation.
We are. Youth of the nation. I'm thinking the Weird Al polka version. We are. Youth of the nation. We are. Yeah.
Youth of the nation.
I still remember. It just made me think about like, cause thinking about the word euthanasia.
I don't really care much about the youth in Asia.
But like, see, that's the thing is like in that whenever they had that what do you call them? Larry and Steve, which was basically pre-Family Guy in terms of like the humor, but it was also like on the kids. You know, it was on that What a Cartoon on Cartoon Network. Which pretty sure we didn't see any of that because we didn't get until like the late '90s or early 2000s or something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
not as early as Nickelodeon. I'll put it that
yeah, we definitely have Nickelodeon longer than Cartoon Network. But anyway,
I don't understand this boss battle. Like, why is there no health bar?
I don't know because they're
mini bosses.
Yeah. So it was funny, like whenever you know, Steve, like I can't remember which one. Let's see. I think Larry's the dog, and let's see. Now that I think about it, I can't remember. Let's see.
I still like the Disney Family Guy parody. I like that clip.
Yeah. Let's see.
I think this guy is weakened by electricity.
Okay. Yeah. So Steve is the dog. And like of course Larry, like I say pre-Family Guy partially because of the humor, and also like if you hear the way the characters talk, like Steve is a dog and he talks like Brian, and then like Larry is talks like Peter.
Dead.
Sounds like
Pete. He fell over.
Yeah. So
yeah, I don't think there's a boss. I don't remember. I don't think it's a boss rush in this one, or not like the old bosses, which they fixed that in the next game.
Yeah.
They definitely put the boss rush back in there because it's kind of a staple of the Mega Man games.
Yeah.
You gotta go to Staples.
Yeah, I gotta go to Staples, try to get something for this.
It's rotted.
It's rotted.
But anyway, and like the point I was trying to get at was that whenever, because Larry was the only one that could understand Steve when he talked, and then Larry says something about, or Steve says something about, he'll be personally responsible for the euthanasia. Like talking about him being put to sleep, and then Larry's like, "Oh boy, and I got enough kids over there as it is." It's because you could tell it was just like it was like kid friendly, kind of kid friendly Family Guy in a way. Of course, Larry and Steve wasn't originally going to be a kids short. It was going to be an adult cartoon, but again would eventually become Family Guy. But Larry and Steve, that short was actually kind of funny. It's actually pretty funny. Then he had a pilot that accidentally landed in a shopping center or something, or something about his son was like letting his son play it or control it, but the pilot sounds like Quagmire, or what would be Quagmire. Let's see.
Dang it. Alright.
Let's see here.
Another beer. I just love that. It's called Drink the Beer.
Hey, who wants to play Drink the Beer? Alright, let's see. Right here. So you win. Alright, what do I win? Another beer!
I just like how direct he is with it, too.
Yeah. And that was Quagmire's very first line in the first official episode of Family Guy was, who wants to play Drink the Beer?
I'm really glad that after this one, they kind of stopped doing so much of the disappearing block crap.
Yeah.
Because we didn't like it in Mega Man. Or in Mega... Actually, I don't remember if Mega Man X did it all that much.
Yeah.
Partially because, why can I only drop on top of the blocks instead of the sides? I can slide down almost, not every other surface, but most every other surface.
Yeah. So can we talk about the fact that these big game companies are like completely like disregarding what customers are complaining about when it comes to certain games, because like not in this game, but like the whole live service thing, like
Ooh, yeah, this guy.
like how Warner Brothers was just like, yeah, we're gonna do
I don't know what they gain out of doing live service, like the company. I would assume that the reason that they don't really listen is that when you've got big mass appeal games, you got mindless people that just
buy
have
it anyway.
Xbox Live or whatever for their Halo and their Call of Duty and whatnot.
Call of Drunkers.
Hey, look at that! It actually starts me right before the boss.
It's a miracle.
So they're gonna have people that don't care.
Yeah.
They probably can sell enough to people that don't care.
People play a one and done game. But like here's
Which I can't comprehend for most games only playing it one time. Unless it was not a good game.
There are certain games that even if I enjoy them, I'm like, man, I don't know how much I can actually replay this, you know. There's a few, like I think it's mostly the games that just last a while.
I mean, I will say, I will one day go back through Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but it's going to be a good long while because that game takes a very long time to beat.
Yeah. Anyway, like Warner Brothers though, they like Warner Brothers games. They had such a success with Hogwarts Legacy, and it was a game. I mean, you could play that game offline, couldn't you? If you wanted to, yeah. It was a game completely offline, but it sold so well. It did so well for the company. Suicide Squad, live service game. I mean, that wasn't the only problem with it, but it was a live service game. But that was one of the biggest hurdles for the game for people. It was like, I don't want to play this game. It's going to be like this. But like they made so many mistakes with it. What did they take? So what did they do with that information of our game that wasn't live service was successful, while our game that was live service failed miserably? Let's make every game. Let's double down on live service. Like they even said that, and they said like if there's going to be a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy, they're going to make a live service. Like, where's the logic in that?
Oh yeah, I can return to base with this thing and come back to the level I was just in.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come back and...
Yeah, promise not to push yourself too hard.
Yeah, I remember now. It's this level and then one more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't remember if there's much of a boss rush or not.
The boss crush. It's just like adding H's where they don't belong. H sounds. Hero. Zero, you know.
Zero.
That sounds like he just says. Like it probably takes
Zero.
a special type of voice to do
Zero.
that.
Oh,
Zero.
it's zero. It's hard to do H sounds like H.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I still remember. I still remember that old picture, like fan picture I saw years ago, of like Mega Man, like SpongeBob dressed like Mega Man.
What the heck?
Yeah, it's just like it was so strange, and then
What level of autism is that?
probably somewhere up there, you know. That Ricky something, that guy that's like.
The guy with the really the weird physical condition that hasn't really messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a video, like, says something like Sonic Unleashed review, and he's talking about not being that big of a Sonic fan, and then he's like, and then he says something like, he's like really enjoying the game, and like, whoever is that, I mean, I don't know, I haven't watched too much of his video, so I don't know who the cameraman is, and what his significant stuff is, other than making jokes and also holding the camera, but he was saying to him, he's like, so you like this game? You know, he's trying to talk to him, and he's just like enjoying the game. And then he's like, you might be autistic, or I might be on the spectrum. He's like, nope. And then like, And then at one point it was like, so do you want to go play with Thomas the Tank Engine, or do you want to watch Thomas the Tank Engine? He's like, do I ever?
I like all the videos and responses that Ricky Guy has done over the years, where he like uses his crippleness as a joke.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a good spirit on him. Yeah, just so you want to play with Thomas Tank Engine? Do I ever?
Just get lost. That's just what he said. Just get lost.
Isn't that thing in Mega Man 02? I can't remember.
It might be in 03. 03 had a lot of weird connections to this one. Yeah, I don't really know why.
Like how CL screams in this one and in 3, but not 2.
Yeah, I'm about to die.
It's rotted. Your body's gonna be rotted.
So I find it interesting that
you're too big to be a slug. Just get lost. What kind of line is that?
Someone was just like, I don't know what we're gonna say about this one, so let's just have him say this.
So you can't be serious, right? Oh, I'm serious.
It's like, man, I'm just trying to go home for the day. I just want to go home for the day. I'm just gonna say this.
You don't understand. We only have like 20 minutes to translate this whole game.
All I have was a picture of a hedgehog. Or of a guy with a banana on the back of his head.
Oh, talking about Zero?
Yeah.
So it's like, they literally didn't even give us a script. It's just a picture of Zero.
Yeah.
Wait, it's not even a picture of Zero. It's literally just the number 0.
Yeah. Just the number 0 with a banana on the back.
Yeah, we do like that weird kind of minimal art of things.
Yeah.
You just...
But what about our little cousin who, like whenever you're saying Spyroar, you're doing the thing, and she was like, it's Spyro, not Spyroar, or something like that.
What about when she had a calculator app and says, is that a calculator? She goes, no, it's a phone. Mind you, she's 4.
That was really funny though. She's adorable, but it's just funny. Like she's.
No, it's cute. It is really funny. She's like, no, it's a phone. It's a phone.
It's not a calculator.
I'm just like, I look back. I'm like, were you just being smart, Alec, or did you really think I thought it was like?
Oh gosh. Oh, but anyway, and then like when we were about to leave, and I was trying to give her
how many final missions begin with CL just going 0 ...
Don't think about it. Don't worry about it.
Again, I really can't remember if there's a boss rush in this one. I'm thinking no.
You know, like, I remember when I got Mega Man 0, 2, or before I got it, like, the reason I was able to get
there's
it...
a boss rush, at least a few of them.
Yeah. The reason I was able to get it was because, I remember it was because, like, it was like our mom had, like if I had finished it, I mean, this is back when the game was, like, almost brand new. Well, probably not. I don't know how long exactly it was out, but it was not that old. It was like less than a year old, at least. Or you know. But I remember our mom was like, you know, if you read through this whole book, or if you are with me, you know, we read through the whole book together.
I wish I'd gotten to do crap like that.
Then I would get a game. Well, I had the autism, so I had this.
I wish I had that. I was kidding.
Oh, you don't?
I wish I was a Spurg.
No, you just got that ADHD.
I always like to say yeah, I'm not the artistic one in the family. I'm probably more autistic, just like to say like that.
But and I remember I was like, you know what?
I also like to say every day is a winding road.
Yeah. But that's when I decided I was like, I want to get Mega Man 02, and this is before I really paid attention to story in games, and so obviously like when stuff happened that I really wouldn't understand, I'd be like, I wouldn't have understood it anyway, even if I started with the first game. Wouldn't pay attention.
I remember having a lot of trouble finding Mega Man Battle Networks 1 and 2 after getting 3 and 4.
Yeah. And then 2 was where they were like edgy, weren't they?
2 was definitely the darkest. Because, like, people die. Like, you're on the phone with someone who dies, and, like, you see a man's final words before he gets blown up by a bomb in the subway.
Huh. Isn't there mild swearing?
There are a couple of swear words in it.
And I'm assuming
it's all really strange.
For, like, an E-rated series.
Well, not just that, but for Mega Man Battle Network, because they stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Now, 2 was really good. 2 was still a little short for me. It had some good post-game, though. Like the Pharaoh Man battle and the and base were pretty tough.
I remember...
Stuff in the secret underworld was really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, I liked... And I really liked Battle Network 2. 3 is still my absolute favorite.
Is that because that was the first one we played?
No, because it has the best story, the best post-game, and then I'd say Battle Network 6 is definitely a high up there for me. That post-game was really well done, though there wasn't as much as there was in 3. But you could tell with Battle Network 6, they knew it was their last one, and they really pulled out all the stops for it.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell that they were like, okay, how are we going to end this? Though it is a little odd that they end the series with them going to a new school for a while. Shall I kill you?
Cut in half.
Cut.
It's like, just think they made some drawings for that so that they could have, like, a cut in half
version, because it's cool.
Yeah.
With a K.
With a K.
Just like the KKK, the Cool Kids Club. Oh, you've never heard that?
I don't think so, but it was funny, like, our little cousin, whenever I was trying to give her a hug, and like, I was, like, leaning over with my drink, and, like, I didn't realize, and it just started spilling out on it.
That she looked really concerned and confused at the couch.
And then she, like, just put her, like, she had shoes on, but, like, she just put her foot on the drink, and she's like, okay. And it was entertaining. I'm 30 years old, and I spilled my juice on no, it was water, but I spilled my drink on the couch. But yeah, so that was a time. So remember, Andrew, this is a phone. It's not a calculator.
I honestly don't know if she was being smart aleck or not. I don't think she was.
She's 4. I don't know if
4-year-olds are not really smart enough. They can get a little sassy, but they don't quite get the sassy.
Yeah.
Usually for 4-year-olds sassy, they've seen their mom be sassy in that same way.
Yeah. I could tell some of the stuff she says.
Look how easy it is to cheese him.
Yeah. I could tell some of the stuff she says is just like, it was from the fact that she hears her mom say certain things.
It is really funny how she'll hear her mom say Dad talking about our uncle. And so she'll say Dad. Yeah, when she was younger she would say
yeah.
Dad.
So anyway, So, yeah, if there ever comes a day in our lifetime when video games just like go completely live service subscription model way to play it, I'll be done with video games. I mean, in terms of newer games, I'll be done with them. I'm just gonna stick to the old stuff until they rot away, or until I rot away. I don't know, whatever comes first. I'll probably play a little bit after I die, but you know. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah. Which I mean, that future may come, but when it does, I have no idea. Like, it can't be soon. As much as they may want to push it to be soon, the game companies, it can't be soon, because I think that if they have to do that, they should at least. Wait, didn't you say he died?
He came back. Well, yeah, but he was brought back, and now he's really dead.
Yeah, and then he
brought back in cyberspace, and then he's dead.
And then he comes back in Z. Did you ever beat the ZX games?
I beat the first one. They are not very fun.
Huh.
I do not like the way they're designed.
Is it kind of like how they messed up the Star Battle, whatever it's called? Star Force.
Yeah, I'd say they messed it up. Obviously, the mess ups were different. But yeah, in terms of how much they botched the formula, yes, they messed it up as bad as Star Force messed up Battle Network. There's a reason Star Force was not included in Legacy Collection.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought it was partially because they were all RPGs and there was like mini games in there, but I mean, like, it seems like the reason they included the ZX games here was just because there was just 4 GBA games that were, you know, I mean, these aren't like super short, but they're relatively short. So it's just like, we'll just include these, you know, ZX games. Why not?
Well, they are a continuation. So.
Well, they are. I'm just saying that, like, you know, if it was the same case with, like, the Battle Network games, they might have, you know.
Technically, the Star Force games are a sequel to Battle Network, just way further, not hundreds of years, but several years in the future.
Yeah. Is like Lan and them alive, or did they reference them? I don't know.
Now that I can't remember. Yeah,
Did you play any of them? Like,
yeah, when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
So it's been a very long time.
I remember seeing like how like, you know, the E-rated, you know, those games are still E-rated, but I see like mild language is like part of it. I was like, it happens in some E-rated games, which is kind of weird. Now sometimes when
I'm at the final battle.
Is this the final battle? I forgot.
Yep. Copy X. Notice his collar, and notice the collar of all the robots you've been fighting. That's what I was talking about.
I completely forgot when you said that, but
a perfect copy of the original.
Perfect. Half penis. You know, my middle schooler mind came out whenever I was rewatching that one Christmas special. I mean, it's been years. I'm not. This one I wouldn't be surprised if you forgot. Anyway, I mean, you forget a lot of things, but like, even if you
know,
had a
he's
better
kind of
memory.
got some Mega Man X5-ish powers.
Yeah. But so what I was gonna say was that this like the Christmas ornament or whatever it was, like that one where it's like a talking Christmas ornament, and you know, he's like with like different trees through the generations, and he's put up for a while, and
yeah, I have no clue what you're talking about.
So, but like I forgot one thing was just like when he was made, and it was like he had like a soul, but like he was calling it a happiness. So he's like, so my middle school mind was like every time he said, "I'm this and I have a happiness." Why was there a lot of crap like that we grew up with though? Where they would have these weird ways of saying stuff, or like.
Can you show me a picture of it, maybe?
Let's see. Let me find. see. Noel. It was a thing called Noel, and also the cover image is a bit cursed. Hold on.
Was it like poorly 3D animated?
No, not 3D, but just a little cursed looking.
Oh yeah, it is a little cursed looking, but I don't remember it.
Well, anyway, yeah, Noel was just like,
2 week was the original X this week. What?
Yeah, I may have lost my memory, but my body seems to remember the original X was mightier than you.
oh, dang! Right. Ha! Yeah.
If I remember correctly, this battle's got some pretty... It's actually got a banging track to it.
So that's what Mega Man X used to look like.
So that's what we all look like on the inside.
But yeah, like why do we have crap like that? Like when we grew up with it, like where they just had weird ways of saying things. Like we didn't grow up with this one, or I don't remember seeing this one. But there was like this, I want to say McDonald's funded thing, but like that also featured Ronald McDonald in live action with a couple of other characters at the beginning and at the end. But there was like a cartoon thing. Like it's supposed to be like Ronald telling the story of this girl who, like, this orphan girl who, you know, she was trying to find she said something about finding a grandma or something.
Gah!
But she was saying something about I want to find a grandma, and I don't know, just the way they said stuff. It brought me back to an era where like we grew up with crap like that. You know? Stop. Give up.
You give up. I should have taken one of the flying ones and 2 of the health restoring ones.
Because it's rotted.
Yeah, it's rotted.
But yeah, what I was saying was like, it's like, will you be my grandma or something like? It's and like the way the drawings were, and I don't know, it's hard to describe.
I'm sure we saw it. I just have no recollection.
Well, I don't think we saw it. I mean, I forgot if we saw it, but like.
You said your middle school self came out though, so I assume.
Oh, my middle school self came out for like that Noel movie. Whenever he was saying, "I have a happiness."
Okay, well, I don't remember seeing that either. So, like, explain.
Explain.
Sorry, interns.
Yeah. So,
explain, idiot.
I forgot the name of that Christmas movie though that had like the "Will you be my grandma" thing, but I didn't see that one until like last year. Came out like the either 80s or 90s or something like that. I think it was 90s. But
do I hear the 70s, the 1870s?
Yes.
I just still love the joke from Riff Tracks.
Oh yeah.
Birdemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens when you film on vinyl. That's actually still probably one of the, in my opinion, one of the funniest jokes they've ever had.
Oh sure, when Santa goes missing, they send a rocket ship into space. But whenever I get stuck in the Arby's bathroom, people just laugh.
Frick. Why is this fight so hard? I mean, okay, it's actually the easiest of all the Mega Man Zero final bosses, but it's still hard.
Wait, you thought that 2's was harder, or was harder than this?
Yeah. Dick. Ugh.
I don't know. I guess I was so used to beating it, I just.
Well, one thing that does make it easier in Zero 2 is you actually have enough crystals to increase your health. Unlike in this one, where it takes so long, you're it's not worth getting all the crystals. Then you deal with crap like this, and I wish I'd go back and get more elves.
Oh yeah.
Because I just need 2 elves to if I could have just enough to restore some health, I'd be good.
Yeah.
So,
problem is I can't get more elves without having to do the boss rush again. Which I don't know, if I die again, at some point I'm going to be forced to do that.
boy, that Sonic Adventure 2 is the next game. I don't know. I just felt like saying. I just felt like stating that.
I'm probably going to have to. If I die this time, I'm going to have to reload, load a bunch of health ones, and then, apparently if you have retries, it won't save you getting an elf, but it'll save you using one.
Oh yeah, that's the kind of crap I was talking about earlier, which is like, we'll save whatever is the most inconvenient for you, but we won't save what was beneficial. We'll just save what would be very, have fun, But anyway, don't you like this game?
No. I don't. I don't like this one.
Same, Mega Man. Are we just playing it to?
I mean, I only have that last level to go. So, and as you saw the bosses, it does not take too long. See, okay, I'll be able to beat that if I do this. Yeah, if I have that, like if I can regenerate more health in that last battle, I'll be good. And it does not take me long to beat those bosses, especially now that I've ran back through them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I kind of have to redo some parts of the level.
0... Maybe that's Zero's full name is 0...
Zero horizontal ellipsis.
Yes.
Because that's what the ... is an ellipsis.
Well, here's the thing. Life was so much simpler before I knew that. Before I just call it ...
You know what's funny?
What?
It is actually quicker to say World Wide Web than it is to say www.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't it strange how things like that?
Huh. So, like, remember when games when they came out and they didn't have updates, and so they
had to be completed when they went out.
Yeah. And if they made mistakes, it was just like. Here's one thing: is that I think there are benefits to having games that are. At first, it was beneficial to have games that were updatable, because they're just like, okay, we made this mistake, we could just kind of fix it. We completed our game, but there's obviously a bug or
Patches
something.
usually came out months after the game came out.
Yeah, or they would like, they came out if they needed to, and now it's just like, oh, fixed later. And like. And also you get a I understand there's these games that are so big that like they can't all fit on the disc, so they have to.
Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Yeah.
Oh, you have the game disc and the data disc, which, hey, good on them for having the data disc instead of making it like a download.
Yeah. You still have to download something though, don't you?
I mean, yeah, there's updates like that, but like, those are just patches. Like, the bulk of the game, as massive as it is on the discs.
Yeah. So, but like...
Yeah, but,
Alright. But like, then you have games like Call of Duty, which they are usually pretty massive, but they only put like a few megabytes of the game on the disc. And the rest you have to like download, and you have to like install these big updates, and it's like, I don't know. Like here's the thing. Whenever you look at the Call of Duty games, like, even as old as like 4, as Call of Duty 4, those games look incredible for their time. I will give it that. They look really good in terms of graphics.
Mm-hmm.
And they play with like
incredible.
And usually they play at 60 FPS, which again that was pretty good for like a game that looked as good as it did at the time, and still run at that frame rate. So at least something is kind of going toward that big, you know.
Wait, so you mean the original 360 one ran at 60 FPS?
As far as I can remember, it did. Unless I could be wrong, but like at least they kind of justify the big installs. But at the same time, if you don't care about that stuff, that's too much room. Like unless you absolutely care about the best graphics and the all that stuff, running the smoothest, it just doesn't
I will say I play the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth in performance mode.
Yeah.
So it's 60 FPS. And I went to a friend's house who played it in graphics mode, and it's so hard to look at now because I'm so used to 60 FPS.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes, like, I've tried not to be, like, a frame rate person, but, like, sometimes there's some games
I think that there's times I really do prefer 60 FPS over the better graphics.
Yeah. That's kind of what I did with Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Because, like, I can't remember which game it was that started doing 30 FPS. Like, which Ratchet... It might have been All For One. Unless that ran at 60 and I forgot. But the first mainline... Like, the first one with, like, regular gameplay to run at 30 was, like... I think it was Into the Nexus. And then PS4 did the same thing, but, like, it did get a...
wait, what did the old ones run at?
They ran at like at 60 or at least 50, if not 60 frames per second.
Why did they start dropping it?
I don't know. Well, Insomniac apparently went through a lot of like okay. Even though, alright, so we got those games almost every single year since they started coming out. Well, whenever the first so many years. Unfortunately, it came at a cost of a lot of crunch time.
Mm-hmm.
And what am I trying to say here?
Crunch time is not good. That's called mismanagement.
Yeah. Like Ratchet and Clank 3 or Up Your Arsenal was like they
rushed. You can tell
it was rushed. It was rushed, and it was also a ton of crunch. And there was also, like, apparently some newer people, like, whenever they were starting there, they just immediately got to work on, like, Up Your Arsenal with, like, not as much experience as they should have for someone, that and they didn't exactly want that kind of position. They just were kind of put in there. But I like how, I like the, but, like, while 3... I mean, I think 3 does have some things that are better than in 2. And all that stuff. And obviously 1.
The little court stages are really fun.
Yeah. It's just that... There's certain things in it that just made me go, I just can't call this my favorite Ratchet and Clank.
I mean, I did like the missions to come back and do stuff are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not my favorite.
Yeah. Deadlocked is different, but it's a pretty good game.
Oh yeah, Deadlock's great.
I think my favorite is still 2, Going Commando.
Definitely 2. Yeah, if you wait there and let him blow up, he actually can damage you. I've never had it where it killed me doing that. Oh, that would be an interesting test.
Yeah. But let's not do it now.
I don't want to do it right now.
But I was just saying, so, like, when they started making them semi-yearly during the PS3 era, that's when they were kind of like, they kind of had to like, I guess, downsize some of the games in a way, because they couldn't get them out every year and just, like, have bigger games, and like they could whenever they did with the PS2 games. So when they made... So that's why for a few years we got stuff like All for One, Full Frontal Assault, Into the Nexus, which is mostly a regular Ratchet and Clank game. It's just that it was a lot shorter. There was only like 5 or 6 planets, like between 4 and 6 planets altogether. And it was like, at the time I guess it was kind of considered between, like it was longer than a normal like download only game, and a like a full retail game, which is probably why it was like $30. And not 20, but also not like above 30. But anyway, so when they like Into the Nexus was the last one until the PS4 game came out in 2016.
You gotta skip through the dialogue.
Sorry, it was just so touching. I'm so glad they made the images of all the characters look better in the next game.
Yeah.
They look really rough in this one.
And then you got that one fan that's like, I like these ones better. They're better, objectively better, because of reasons that don't make any sense at all. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions, but how dare you have your own opinion? You ever notice some of these YouTubers, like, or some of these YouTube gamers that, like, whenever they make these review videos or something, or this was more prevalent back then, but, like, how, like, they would say something about a game, and it's like, you're entitled to your own opinion, I just don't like it, but then, like, if you have a different opinion than them, they're like, oh, they kind of, like, you know, what? You know?
What?
I mean, that's most of the internet, but... Yeah, I'm just saying that, like, a lot of YouTube gamers are just like, you're entitled to your own opinion, and you have a different opinion, and they don't like it. I don't have to, you don't have to agree with me on this, and I don't have to agree with you on, you know, blah, blah, blah. But then, like, you know, like I said. Almost thought you, like, unselected it there for a moment. And if you lose all your lives this time, I'm gonna like say put it in a easier mode.
I don't know why I'm struggling so bad.
Ah!
Okay.
Oh no. Oh. Oh!
When I kill him, though, oh, the sound right here is so satisfying. Like when he crashes.
Yeah.
It's just, oh, it's so satisfying. Look at his eyes, you know, just the red.
Why? I was supposed to. How can this be? I was supposed to be a hero.
Yeah, I just remembered something. He was not as naive as you are, and that's what made him a hero.
I won't forgive you. I'll take you with me. The
final defense line has been destroyed. Self-destruction. Watch this. Now watch close to next to 0. All dangerous elements are to be eliminated. It's time to go. Yeah, you can see X just got right to him at the last second.
Yeah.
I just like it's a neat little detail. Since you disappeared, I've been fighting this war alone.
Dr. Wily.
Unstoppable amount of, or an uncountable amount of Mavericks for nearly 100 years, battle after battle. So painful, so sad.
So sad, but the hardest part was when I discovered that I was no longer
Caring about fighting enemies. X in his little crown and freaking tie. It looks like
in his
his little robe.
his robe and his Kingdom Hearts outfit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Zero.
Let me rest.
And this is kind of where Mega Man 02 starts.
But like a year later.
Yeah.
Or 2 years, can't remember. This looks like the ending of Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII.
Crisis Core.
Crisis Core.
Yeah. So they all just run away. Never mind.
At one point, they considered, you can hit A and just skip through the credits. It's awesome. Oh, I just say thank you for playing.
At least
You like that? Oh!
So hard. That wasn't hard enough.
Hard mode is not fun.
Okay, I would imagine.
Well, that was Mega Man Zero, folks.
When are we gonna play it?
What?
When are we gonna play Mega Man Zero?
Anyway, so folks, join us next time as we play the next game. And until next time, Andrew says...
Yeah, it's not gonna work. You gotta get a new fence post. That one's rotted.